We have with us Aditya Khanna, the tournament director for the FIP Silver Radha TMT Indian Open. Aditya, this is probably another racket sport making waves in the Indian subcontinent and our country. So we have seen tennis grow rapidly, then pickleball is catching up, and now paddle. So what do you think is the primary reason for the rapid growth in popularity of this sport?
So, paddle is just an amazing sport. I was in, Europe in the last few years. I've seen it grow rapidly in Europe as well. So popular. So, it's taken some time for it to come to and grow popularity in India. But in the last 2 or 3 years, the popularity of paddle has just surged a lot. And one of the reasons why it's also getting popular is because the easiness to play the sport is there, and it's a great community sport. So you're seeing a lot of paddle clubs getting developed now, and a lot of community and a lot of both men and women playing paddle together. A lot of tournaments happening now. So the paddle is really growing fast in India as well. One of the reasons also is I think we are also bringing international events into India. So we held the first FIP bronze event last year at the Bennett University. I think a lot of coverage and a lot of popularity, a lot of top players were there. I think the audience saw that, a lot of people saw that, they understood, not everybody what is going on. We saw, okay, fine, there's a new sport coming, international players are here, and a lot of people came to watch the matches. And I feel events like this will also make the sport more popular, get more people to play. And as you see now, we're having a silver event and some of the top players from the world are over here.
Talking of players, how important is it for the Indian players to play against the top 200, top 300 players in the world?
So I think it is extremely important for the Indian players to get into a global competition, because as of now there are not many Indians who are competing in the international paddle circuit, and I think it's the need of the hour that we have events like this in India. But also these Indian players would also have to start traveling and playing internationally, which of course we are going to support them from the Times Group initiative which we are taking in towards paddle, is to support these players as well, to be able to travel internationally, play these international tournaments, get into the international paddle ranking structure, and then of course do well in the local Indian tournaments, and of course do well in the FIP tournaments organized over here.
So are we going to see more paddle tournaments like these happening in our country?
Yes, this is just the start. You're going to see many more paddle tournaments from FIP as well, and a lot of more Indian ranking structure tournaments as well, because while we need to do FIP events, of course, which is the need for the hour from the international perspective as well, to get international stars, and for the Indian players to play with the international players as well. But what is extremely important is also to have a robust Indian structure of tournaments as well, which will make many Indians play, because not every Indian can come and play at the FIP at the highest level of paddle. So it has to start from grassroots, which it is starting now, and has to grow up from the juniors to the pro circuit, and a full Indian circuit has to be very strong, and enough prize money should be there that this is an added bonus for them after that.
Coming primarily from a tennis background, how do you see this sport being different from tennis, and one good thing, one bad thing, or any differences that you want to highlight between tennis and paddle for the generic audience?
No, so coming from a tennis background, of course, you do have a little bit of a competitive advantage when you start the sport against maybe a newcomer. But after that competitive advantage from a newcomer, but somebody who's been playing paddle for a few months, I think that competitive advantage of a tennis player goes. So a tennis player also has to work as hard on a new sport. You cannot just convert to a paddle player. So even in the world, top 500 players, I don't think there's any conversion from a tennis player. They're all homegrown paddle players since juniors. So conversion is okay for a club level, but not at the professional level for sure. What is good and bad about the sport? Everything is good. There's nothing bad to say about the sport. It's so great to watch. It is great for your fitness. It is a great community sport. On television, you see Instagram reels as well. They're one of the most fun reels to watch is the paddle points, and the sport is here to stay and grow, I feel. And now we have, of course, Time supporting us. So many celebrities are also playing the sport as influencers. So I feel the sport is on a surge, and we can only see the sport growing further.
Thank you so much, Aditya. I wish you all the best and have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am Vishesh Kumar Kashyap with camera person VJ Kiran.